Hello, friends. Welcome to the Motivational Stories podcast. My name is Meena. I tell some motivational stories, feel good stories, some with moral objectives. These you can listen it for yourself, read it to your kids, or have your kids listen to them. Right? So, today's story is the jar full? Right? So, the story it is. There was once a professor, philosophy professor. He was teaching in a class. So for that particular lecture, for that particular class, he bought a jar, an empty jar with some rocks, pebbles, like a bigger stones, some smaller pebbles, like smaller size stones, and then some sand. Okay. He went into the class. The jar was empty. So he filled first the jar with the heavier or the bigger rocks. Okay, and he filled it to the brim, to the top. So he asked the class, "Is the jar full?" All his students agreed, "Yes, the jar is full." Okay, then he added some small pebbles, small rocks, and then shook the jar. Okay, surprisingly, the pebbles took some space which were left around the big pebbles, and then he asked the class again, "Is the jar full now?" They all agreed, "Yes, the jar is still full." Okay, he took the sand that he had and poured it into the jar and again shook the jar nicely. All the sand took the little air pockets that was there between the bigger stones or the bigger rocks and the small pebbles, and now the jar was completely packed and full. So he asked, "Is the jar full now?" Of course, the student agreed, the jar is still full. So one of them asked, "What is the moral of the story? Why are you trying to ask us all these things?" So the moral is, the jar represents your life, which is empty, and the bigger rocks, okay, represent your family members. Without your family members, the life wouldn't have meaning. Okay, so the bigger rocks, pebbles, and sands are things that fill up your life. The smaller pebbles are the things in your life that matter, but you could live without it. Say, for example, your job, your house, hobbies. They are critical, but it's not absolutely mandatory to have a meaningful life. Things often come and go and not permanent or essential for your overall being. And finally, the sand that fills up the small, tiny gaps in your life. They are nothing but very minor things, such as watching television, browsing through social media sites, your Facebook, Instagram, all these things. All these things don't mean much to the life as whole, and should likely be done once in a while to get small tasks done. So the whole moral is, if you fill up your life with sand, right? So if you're completely always on your phone, on the social media sites, everything, you will not have time for the things that matter most. Your family. Okay, everybody, the family is very important. Your parents, your siblings, your kids, everybody is important. They love you. Okay, your pets, they love you unconditionally. So make more time for things that matter the most. Your job is just a small piece of life. Your hobbies are a small piece of life. Social media, all those stuff are tiny, minuscule part of the life. Just imagine, right? Just close your eyes and imagine you're above the earth. You're floating above the earth. Close your eyes and imagine. Does it matter whether somebody liked you on Facebook or Instagram or not? Does it matter whether you worked on the weekends for your job or not? You are much higher than all those stuff. Okay? Things that really matter would be your family. Have you heard that recently So many big organizations like Facebook, Google, Amazon, they all just laid off the employees. Did they even think once before laying them off that the people whom they are laying off have families, have obligations? So if you spend all your time doing your job, your hobbies, what about your family who deserve your attention and love, right? And they will be the one who will always be standing by you no matter what. So, my dear friends, think about where you are spending the time, most of your time. Pick wisely. You have limited time within your hands. Time, you don't have unlimited time resources. So spend it wisely on the things that matter the most. Hope you like the story. Thank you. Bye.